Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your gentle yoga. We're going to get started seated on the mat, however you're comfortable. And just take a moment to bring in your focus to this space. Whatever you had going on earlier today, whatever plans for the week, allowing yourself this time on the mat just to put it aside and just come in touch with the way that you're feeling here in this moment. Physically, mentally. We're going to close the eyes and just take a couple breaths. And this week's focus for our Going Deeper series is going to be on forgiveness. So we're going to take a mudra during this grounding period just to help us connect to this intention for the week. So we're going to just turn the left palm open, and the right palm is going to be open, just sitting into your lap. This is our Virata mudra, and it is the mudra of giving or mercy or forgiveness. So we all have things, people in our lives, little grudges we might hold against others or against ourselves that need a bit of forgiveness and a bit of mercy. So my intention for the week that I'm offering out to you guys is, where can I practice forgiveness this week? Who do I need to forgive? Or is there something in myself that I need to release? The open palm is a mirror of your open heart, opening yourself up to compassion internally and externally. And this intention will give us a focus for our time on the mat tonight that we can carry out through the rest of our week. To begin tonight, we're going to take a humming breath or a bee breath. And I've chosen this exercise because in yogic wisdom, the process of forgiveness and of the healing from those hurts that need to be forgiven, they liken it to the work of the bees. So whenever bees are collecting pollen, sometimes they also will pick up poisons, and they still carry it back to the hive and very carefully work to turn these things into nectar to feed their colony. And so taking inspiration from the bee, taking the bad with the good, because life gives us both, and allowing ourselves to grow from it, to apply wisdom to it, will help to lead us down the path of forgiveness and ultimately of healing from those things that have hurt us. So our bee breath is going to be a nice long inhale, and on your exhale, you're just going to do a soft hum. So go ahead, take a long inhale, and an even longer exhale with a hum. Kind of like the buzzing of a bee. Breathing in again. Let it go. Go ahead, take a few more rounds of breath this way. Encouraging all your focus to come here in this moment, to come on to the breath. Let's just take one more B breath together. Go ahead, breathe normally then. Release the hands out of the mudra. We're going to take a breath in, reaching the arms out nice and wide. Open the chest, palms open, heart open. Nice gentle bend in the back. And then bring the arms forward. We're going to take a hold of either shoulder. Try and stack the elbows one over the other. And we're going to pull them down into the chest. Let the chin come down, curling back. And then inhale, lift, let the elbows come off, open the throat, reach high through the spine, and exhale back into that curve. Pull the elbows in toward the belly. Taking one more, inhale, lift the elbows off the chest. And exhale, release the arms. Let's take it over to a spinal twist, reaching out to one side. Opposite hand reaches back behind. Oh, relax the shoulders. Go ahead, take one more breath here. And let's release to the center. Take a breath, open arms wide. Exhale, reach to twist to the other side. Keep the spine nice and long. Relax, bring the arms back open one more time. Exhale, hands down in front of you. And let's just rock our way up to our knees, coming into our all fours here. Let's take the left leg back, bring the toes to the mat, give a little stretch through the heel. From here, we're going to take a balanced table. So you're just going to lift that left leg up, bring it parallel to the body. And then the right arm can reach up. If this is too much, leave the hand down. If you want a little bit more, try reaching back for that foot, taking your tiger pose. Open the chest. Let the foot lift if you have it. And just breathe there a moment. Go ahead, release the foot if you have it. Bring the hand down. And moving that left leg out in front. Lift up into your low balance pose. Or low lunge. Go ahead, press into that front leg. Let the body open up like a crescent moon. Reaching arms back. Gentle bend through the spine. Exhale, bring the hands down. We're going to tuck those back toes, lift the knee off to a runner's lunge. Right hand staying down, we're opening the left arm to stack the shoulders. On an exhale, bring the hand to the mat and gently walk that foot back. Let's take it to a down dog, just walking one foot at a time. Taking our gentle sun salutation, let the knees come to the mat. Shift the body weight forward. We'll flatten down to the ground, flatten the feet, and a lift to baby cobra, just opening the chest forward. On an exhale, pressing back through the hands, bring the hips down into your child's pose. Let the forehead come to the mat. Let's take a few deep breaths together in this pose. Allow yourself to sink and unwind. On your next inhale, lifting to hands and knees. Let's take it through cat-cow. Inhaling around the belly, look forward. And exhaling to curve the spine, let the head drop. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Let's take 3 more rounds on your own breath. Go ahead, bring the spine to neutral after the third. We're going to reach that right leg out this time. Give a little press through the heel. Left arm reaches up, balance table. Let the leg rise. If it feels all right, maybe try reaching for that foot. Lifting up to your tiger pose. One more breath there. Let's let that foot down. Moving it through in between the hands. Take a breath there. And we're going to reach up into our low lunge. Settle into that front leg. Maybe take a little back bend for crescent lunge. Exhaling, let the hands come down. And we'll tuck the toes, lift the knee off. Left hand staying down. Open that right arm in a twisted lunge. On your next exhale, release the hand. Let's step that right foot through, coming to down dog. Take a little walk with the feet. Looking forward between the hands, you're going to bring the feet still. Take a step up to the top of your mat, coming to your forward fold. We're going to start with a nice soft bend in the knees, reach for the ground, let the head fall heavy, and give it a little shake. Loosening up the neck. Slowly, we're going to roll to the top. Really take your time. Uncurling bit by bit. Letting the shoulders roll back and the palms open forward to your mountain pose. Taking a breath at the top, we'll reach high. And lift to the toes, balance mountain. Exhaling, heels to the mat, and we'll forward fold again. Go ahead, step the right foot back just a little bit, like you're making a little pyramid pose. Bend in the left knee. From there, we're gonna let the right hand come to the mat, so bend that knee as much as you need. And just open that left hand onto the small of the back. Gaze is still down and your spine is nice and long. Try and bring the back really flat. Hand comes back down and we're going to walk up the leg. Rising your way out. Keep the feet spaced where they are. Lifting up. Exhaling, we're going to bend the right knee. Let the toes come off the mat on the left foot as you reach forward. A little extended chair variation there. Go ahead, release the foot to the mat. Bring the hands behind the back. We're going to interlock those fingers and come up on the right toes. So kind of leaning forward. Very gently stretch through that foot so you're still pressing into that right foot. And let the heel down. Take the hands to the heart as we step forward back to our mountain. Inhaling to reach. Exhale, let's take it for a crescent bend over to one side. We're going to gently just circle the body around. Tracing your way down toward the floor and open back up to the other side. Moving carefully, let's take it for another one once we get to the top. And then pause a moment in the center after that second one and take it the opposite direction for two. So nice big stretch first and then move around. Feel that whole spine stretching as you move. Exhaling, hands to the heart after your second one. Take a breath, reach up, come to the toes. Exhaling, forward fold. Let's step the left foot back just a little bit in a short pyramid there. Bend that right knee as much as you like, and we're reaching the right hand onto the small of the back. Back is nice and flat. Go ahead, gently rise your way up or walk the hands up the leg. Reaching up as you breathe in. Exhaling to bend the left knee. Right toes come off the mat. Reach forward. Extended chair. Lovely. Coming back to the center. Reach the hands back and behind. Interlock the fingers. And we're going to tilt forward. Press into that left foot into the toes. And a little lean forward. Kind of a counterbalance while you're pushing back into that left foot to stretch the arch. Release the heel. Hands to the heart, step to your mountain. Big breath to reach up. Exhale, let's swan dive down. Nice wide arms. Reach all the way to the mat and step your way back to downward facing dog. We'll press here into this pose for 5 breaths. Each inhale, feeling the hands and feet connecting more to the ground. Press it away. Each exhale, feel the back lengthen just that millimeter more. Touching the hips to the sky. Taking our gentle sun salutation from here, go ahead, let the knees come to the mat. Flatten feet, shift forward, and lay down to the belly. Inhaling to lift the chest to your baby cobra. And exhaling to let it go. Let's push back through the knees into our child's pose. Hips coming to heels. Relax the chest and forehead down. Taking a moment here to reconnect with that intention. Child's pose is a very vulnerable position, and it's a great one to take meditating on something as deep and as vulnerable as working on forgiveness can be. Let's take one more breath here. And on your next inhale, lift to hands and knees. Taking our thread, the needle, we'll lift the right arm, reach nice and tall. And exhaling, let that hand thread underneath. Palm facing up and open, right ear to the mat. If this feels good, you can try extending the left arm and leg, giving that shoulder a little more opening and the body a little more length. Option from there to lift that left hand and bring it to the small of the back. If the hand and leg are out, let them return to the mat. And we'll walk the hands in. Take a lift up into that shoulder opener there. And exhale the hand back down. Let's take it to the other side with a big breath in, left arm lifts. Exhale, slide that hand underneath and let the ear come to the mat. If that's feeling good, feel free to extend the right arm and leg out long, or even take that balance with the right hand onto the back. Just breathe and enjoy that stretch through the shoulder. On your next breath, let the hand come down. Knee comes down if it's up. And we're pushing all the way to the top. Reach open, stack those shoulders. And let the hand back down. Tucking our toes, bring it back to down dog, hips to the sky. Head drops heavy, and the neck is long. On your next inhale, look forward between the hands. Step it up to forward fold. Slow roll up to the top, coming up to your mountain. Reach the arms open. Exhale, we're going to take a little chair pose, so sit it back. You don't have to go super deep. Reach the arms out. And then we're going to drop them back behind us. See if you can take a hold of the forearms or interlock the fingers. On an exhale, straighten the legs, and we're going to come to a half fold. So flat back here, arms staying behind. Let's slide the palms down and together. We're going to interlock the fingers here. And maybe take a little lift up, fold in a little bit deeper. Let the hands come off the back if it feels okay in the shoulders. Exhale, let the hands down, release them to the mat. And we're going to step the right foot back and behind. Keep the toes curled under. Your hands are reaching out in front of your toes. So you have a nice long base here. Just take a breath in that stance. And we're going to start to walk the hands back. Start to straighten out the leg. As much as it wants to come, that back heel can come down toward the floor. Taking a breath in your pyramid. Go ahead, lift back onto those back toes, walking the hands back forward in front of the toes. And we're gonna bring this back leg. The knee is gonna come in line with your ankle here. So sitting back into a little squat there, sit onto that heel. The left knee is staying up. Feel this out. If there's any pain in the knee, go ahead, come out of it. You can just come seated with both knees up in front of you. We're gonna give a little hug to this front leg. Let the forehead dip toward the knee. It's a bit of a balance and a bit of a quad stretch there. Let the hands release back to the mat, lifting off that back foot, and bring both legs back, coming to your down dog. Take a little walk there. Lovely. Stepping the right foot forward this time. Coming to that low lunge stance. Take a little breath there. We're going to let the left knee down to the mat. Walk the hands out in front of the toes. Tucking back toes again. Let's take a little moment here, readjusting, kind of pressing into that back foot a little bit. You're up on the toes. And then we're going to slowly transition this to our pyramid pose, walking the hands back little by little, letting that front leg straighten, and the back heel come down toward the mat. Let your spine be long. Carefully bending that front knee again. We're going to walk the hands forward, bring them out in front of the toes. So bending all the way into that right knee again. And try and slide that left knee in right next to the ankle. Sitting back on the left heel if it feels all right. Start by just sitting up, adjusting and feeling what the body is reacting to here. Again, notice the knee. If it doesn't feel good, come out of it. And taking our little balance in our squat, hug that knee in toward the chest, let the forehead come toward the kneecap. Take a couple breaths there. Letting the hands back to the mat. And we're going to come all the way down seated from here. So come off the leg, bring them both out in front of you, give them a little shake out. And we're going to take our staff pose. So flexing the feet, sit up nice and tall over the hips. Take a breath in as you reach tall. And exhale, relax the thighs as you fold forward in staff fold. Keep reminding the thighs to go softer and softer. They want to be plenty tense. Gently roll your way out. And we'll take hands back behind the hips, walk the feet up onto the mat, and take a little sway of the knees side to side there. Coming still into the middle, and we'll press through hands and feet to lift the hips off. Reverse tabletop, looking up toward the sky. On an exhale, lowering back down. And we're gonna just open the knees a little, take a reach through for a little hip stretch. Gaze is down in between the feet. Rolling your way up. And we'll let the soles of the feet just come together there. Let the knees fall open in your cobbler's pose. Taking a hold of the ankles, roll shoulders back, open the chest. Take a big breath in. Exhale, fold it forward. You can wrap the hands around the toes if you like to help just solidify you into this pose. Hip openers I often find are a great place to work from for goals like forgiveness, because we hold a lot of tension, and a lot of times when we're emotional, when we're in pain, all those feelings kind of melt down into the low back and into our hips. It's a great place to give a little love. Roll your way up. Let the arms open wide. Take one more big breath. Exhaling, bring the hands together. Interlock the fingers. We're going to press the hands away. Take a big breath up, lifting palms to ceiling. Exhale, take a little lean to one side. And back to the center. And exhaling to the other side. Back to the center. Go ahead, release the hands, release the legs, give them a shake. Let's lay our way all the way back onto our backs, knees to the chest, and a little rock side to side. Go ahead, lift both feet up toward the ceiling. Let's take a hold behind the thighs, flexing the feet, heels pressing to the sky. Nice big stretch in the hamstrings. Go ahead, bring the knees back to the chest with a hug. We're going to open the knees wider than the rib cage here. Moving to our happy baby. Turn the bottoms of the feet to face the ceiling. And you can either take a hold of the bottom of the feet or the backs of the legs here. But take a little rock wherever you're at. Let those hips just open. And let's let the legs close down. Release feet to the mat. We'll roll the shoulder blades under and let the palms open up to the sky. Go ahead, walk the feet out so the legs come long. And let your whole body just relax down into the mat. Coming here to our Shavasana. Let yourself just take a few breaths, melting down where you are. Eyes are closed. That space between the eyebrows relaxed and soft. Finding this point of peace and calm in your day. And then taking your mind to that focus of your forgiveness. So it can be somebody else. Maybe maybe there's something in yourself that you've kind of been holding on to that's giving you pain that you want to release. Forgiveness is not always an instant thing, but the journey toward it can be immediate. You can start it anytime you want. So letting this be your little marker right here in the beginning of the week, to start to move in compassion for yourself, to allow that healing to begin. There's a story in Buddhism of two arrows. If an arrow is shot into you, it hurts. And that arrow is the painful event. That's the difficult thing that you faced. So it's painful and it takes time to heal. And it's not always able to be controlled. A lot of times it's completely out of our control, this first arrow. But after that, our reaction to the event, our replaying of it in our minds, beating ourselves up of what we could have done better, beating ourselves up over the words that were said to us, whatever it might be, that's our second arrow. And each time we mull over that event and let that pain come to us, we're shooting ourselves again with a second arrow. So even though that first one can't be controlled, the second arrow is our opportunity for choice. We don't have to keep reapplying that pain. But you can grow your wisdom from that place and carry forward in healing and better strength. Each time you choose not to take that second arrow. So let that thought settle in with you. And then send it out with your intention. And allow your focus to come only onto your breath. Let yourself be peaceful and still. Feel free to remain here in your Shavasana as long as you need. You're ready to start waking back up. Just slowly move the hands and feet. Let the head rock softly from side to side. Go ahead, take a big stretch. Walking the feet slowly up onto the mat. We'll just let the knees rock side to side. Rolling your way over to one side when you're ready. And slowly pushing back up to a seated position on the mat. Taking the hands to the heart. Pulling in forgiveness for ourselves and sending it out to the other people who we want to forgive. And then bringing hands to the forehead in gratitude to each person here for sharing your flow with us tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a fantastic night. We'll see you next time.